Welcome fans near or far back to Mike Lansing Field as we get set for game 2 here. Your Casper Spuds taking on the visiting Oahe Zap. We had a great ball game here at Mike Lansing last night. The Oahe Zap came out and had the lead early in that one. After a 2-run top of the second, the Spuds matched them in the bottom of the third. Immediately, Mason Lang with a solo shot, no doubter, out to right field as the Zap retook the lead 3-2. And the Spuds, late in the ball game with a massive 5th run, 8th inning to take the lead 7-3. The Zap did try and claw their way back in with 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning. But we closed the door and won the ball game last night 7-5. As we get set for first pitch here in Casper, Wyoming. We're going to quickly run through the visiting Zap starting lineup. Leading off is going to be the same man as last night, the shortstop, Gavin Frazier. Batting second is going to be the center fielder, Nick Golden. Batting third, the first baseman, Vince Polazzi. Batting fourth, the catcher, Garen Glendhill. Batting fifth, the DH, Jake Daly. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Connor Goldberg. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Alex Jackson. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Cole Ottersberg. And batting ninth is going to be the third baseman, Naruto Saito. The man on the mound for the Oahe Zap is going to be number 33, Josh Porter. As we run through the starting lineup for your Casper Spuds, leading off is going to be the man who had his debut last night, Trent Rucker. He's going to be out in left. Batting second, the center fielder, Elijah Reeves. Jack Opine, the shortstop, also making his debut last night, is going to be batting in the 3-hole. Batting cleanup, River Smith. He's going to be doing the DHing tonight for your Spuds. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Matt Marsick. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Cale McCarville. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Hunter Billingsley. Batting eighth, the catcher last night, but playing second base here today, is going to be Brody Barker. And rounding out the order for your Casper Spuds, the catcher tonight, Stone Vasic. As the best PA in the ILB, Denny, gets set to announce the starting lineup here in stadium. We're going to cut away to a couple pregame interviews that we shot prior to this one. We're going to start it off with the man on the mound for your Casper Spuds. It's going to be number 14, Sam Coxon, who is coming in off a heater of a start. Let's take a listen. Spuds Nation, I'm here with your starting pitcher tonight, Sam Coxon. Sam, how we doing, my man?
Good, how are you?
Good, sir. Coming off of a hot start, but still looking for your first win. What are you looking to exploit here tonight against these Zap hitters?
I faced them before, so I kind of know what I'm going in with. Just getting ahead, using my off speed for my advantage, and just really attacking the hitters early.
Absolutely. As a new player in the Spuds locker room, who are you looking to kind of as a leader or as a mentor in this clubhouse? Obviously, you all are good ball players, but...
Yeah, for sure. I would say a lot of the guys that are returners that know the program really well and know everybody really well. I say it's fun to look to them for advice. And
are you a superstitious guy? Do you do anything in particular to get ready for your starts or just go out and throw the rock?
In college, I would have about 4 or 5 songs that I would listen to pregame that would get me in the right mindset. And then right now, I can just kind of go with the flow.
Absolutely, absolutely. How has the adjustment to Casper been for you?
Good. I play in high elevation, pretty thin air, so I don't find it too hard. I mean, the mound's different for sure, but we're making the good making adjustments early.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam Coxon, our starting pitcher tonight. Thank you, my man.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. This next one for you guys is going to be the Spuds head coach, Will Iannacone. Let's take a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the head coach of the Casper Spuds, Coach Will Iannacone. Coach, how we doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, man. Came off to a hot start yesterday in game two. Game one. We got a little tight there at the end, but what are we looking to do here in game two?
Yeah, we're looking to kind of put the foot on the gas early, go score as early and as often as possible, just trying to keep them on their heels all night, just so we have a good chance to score early and end the game early, hopefully.
Absolutely. Not to give any secrets away, but what have you seen from the visiting Zap and the scouting reports? Anything we're looking to exploit here today?
They've been pitching really well against us all. What is this? 4 games against us so far. So they pitched pretty well against us. We're trying to get used to who they have out of the bullpen and who they have starting. So hopefully we can have a good start to the day and score early and kind of have a better plan when we get at the plate.
Absolutely. Switching gears a little bit here, how have you enjoyed the transition to Casper? Is this your first year, second year, and what do you like to do in your free time here?
So this is my second year in Casper. Last year I was the assistant coach. It's a great place. There's not a lot of free time. Yeah. So whenever I have free time, try to play golf, hang out, just relax as much as possible.
Yes, sir.
You don't get to do that a lot as a coach.
For sure.
It's been great so far. It's been a different role for me, so I'm kind of trying to take it by stride.
Absolutely. Last question for you. How does it feel to have the community behind you guys each and every day here?
Oh, it feels great. It's really supportive, and especially when we go out to dinner, go to the stuff, people kind of know who you are.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because you don't see yourself as like a celebrity, but all these guys here are celebrities in this town, so it's really awesome.
Yep. Thank you, Coach. Head coach Will Iannacone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to step aside for the singing of our national anthem.
See by the dawn's early light, what so proudly, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? I'm so sorry. And the home of the brave. That was the worst I've ever done. I'm thinking now.
Miss Avey with the singing of our national anthem here tonight at Mike Lansing Field. Love hearing from Sam Coxon and Coach Will Iannacone here before this one. did shoot a couple of other pregame interviews. We'll see if we can find a spot to get those in for you all so you can get to know some of your Casper Spuds a little bit better when they're not being the animals that they are on the field. As we take a look around the ILB, the Oahe Zap coming to this one sitting at 3-6, coming off of the loss last night. The Nebraska Prospects currently playing the Hastings Sodbusters in Hastings. They are down 3-0. Hastings is still 7-0 here early in the ILB season, looking to make it 8. The Fremont Moo are 3-6 here in the ILB season, currently down 3-0 as well, as they host the Spearfish Sasquatch. The Sasquatch 4-6 here in the ILB season, as we don't see them for a while. We won't see them until July. But looks like we're set for ball here at Mike Lansing Field. Leading off the inning for the Zap is going to be the shortstop, Gavin Frazier. As the Zap give a little bit of a nod to the Savannah Bananas with their pants here tonight. Potentially an eyesore on how you look at it. That first pitch there from Coxon is going to be checked by Frazier, but it did catch the bat. 0-1 to the Zap's leadoff man. Coxon pumping in another heater in. And it's going to catch the black. 0-2 now. Coxon in his last start was credited with the loss, but it was not on him, as the 0-2 is going to miss just a bit outside. And the count is now 1-2. But Coxon, 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, only one of those earned. 4 walks, but 13 Ks from the man out of Granite Bay, California. That one's going to be blooped to the right field, and it's going to drop just in front of Matt Marsick. Frazier was running hard out of the box, and he's going to leg it out for a leadoff double. A little blooper, dropping a couple feet in front of Matt Marsick, and also landing a couple inches inside that right field foul line. But the leadoff man for the Zap are on, and stepping in is going to be the center fielder, Nick Golden. Golden out of American River College, getting his first appearance here against the Spuds. Don't believe we series as he shows bunt, but that one's going to be in there anyway. He pulled back, thinking he wasn't going to be able to handle that one. Here's the offering from Coxon. It's going to be just a bit low and outside. And the count to Golden is going to be 1-1. Coxon keeping an eye on Frazier at second. Here's the pitch. He's going to catch the outer half again. And apologies, that first pitch was a ball, so it will be 2-1 to Nick Golden. That one's going to be fouled off by the Zap center fielder to bring the count to 2-2 now. Golden bats left, throws left as well. The 6-foot lefty waits for the 2-2. It's going to be chopped to Opine, and the throw is going to pull McCarville off the bag at third. Frazier running on contact is going to get in there, bailed out, unfortunately, as the throw was just a bit offline by Opine. The first two men in the inning reach for the Zap. Stepping in now is going to be the first baseman, Vince Polazzi. That one from Coxon misses a bit outside. 1-0. Polazzi, apologies, coming to us from Loras College. He's going to swing at that offering, and the count is now 1-1. The bad luck continuing here for Sam Coxon. Two men on, both on unfortunate plays. Credit to both the Zap hitters for putting it in play. Sometimes that's just the game of baseball. But here's the 1-1 from Coxon. It's going to be swung on. Hit to Barker at second. He's going to bobble it, and he's unable to get Golden at second. Back-to-back errors for the Spuds are going to plate a run for the Zap. And now the first three men have reached for the visiting Oahe Zap. Stepping in is going to be the catcher, number 19, Garen Gledhill. That one swung on, and it's going to drill the third base side netting. 0-1 to Gledhill, who in Game 3 of the doubleheader on May 25th against the Spuds here at Mike Lansing Field, Gledhill went 0 for 3. He did have an RBI, and he did earn himself a walk from the RBI courtesy of said walk, I should say, as that one misses to him and brings the count to 1-1. With two men on, Coxon looking for his defense to get going here. That one skied down the left field line and out of play. 1-2 to Gledhill. I believe Gledhill looking for his first hit here this season. Here's the pitch from Coxon. That one is going to be chopped. Coxon's going to field it himself. He's going to tag the runner out. And he gets the first out himself. One down in the inning, unfortunately, on another blooper. That was rolling down the first base line. Basically a swinging bunt. Both runners will advance. Stepping in is going to be Jake Daly, the DH here tonight, as Stone Vasic goes out to chat with his starting pitcher, Sam Coxon. Daly from Seattle, Washington, sophomore at St. Peter's University, came in to pinch hit here in the game last night after not getting the start. He did record a hit in that one pinch hit AB. Here's the first offering to him. It's going to be swung on and missed. 0-1. We know Sam Coxon has strikeout stuff. Already 19 strikeouts here in basically 2 appearances. It is 3, but his first one was rained out after only an inning of work. But the kid does have good swing and miss stuff. We've seen it early in this season. He's going to need it here to keep another run off the board for the Zap. Here's the 1-1. It's going to be a bit high. 2-1 now to the Zap DH. The finance major at St. Peter's University. Here's the 2-1. It's going to be dropped in there by Coxon to even it up at 2-2. Coxon with a deep breath. He comes set. Here's the offering. It's going to be right down the middle. Called strike 3. Sam Coxon continuing to strike out hitters in big moments as he gets a big out there. With 2 down in the inning, it's going to bring up the Zap right fielder, Connor Goldberg from Cerro Coso Community College. That one's going to be skipped in there by Coxon. A run will be scored by the Zap. And the Zap with an early 2-0 lead as both runners advance 90 feet. The count 1-0 to Goldberg. Coxon resets. That one's going to be swung on and missed. Coxon obviously leading the team in strikeouts. He's also stranded a team high 12 hitters for the opposing lineup. 12 men left on base, 7 of those coming in his last start against the Nebraska Prospects, the one he had 13 strikeouts. But the command spiraling here in this at-bat as it's now 3-1 to the right fielder, Goldberg. Coxon working with pace. Here it is. It's going to be right down the middle. Full count to Goldberg with Vince Palazzi on third. 2 runs scored for the Zap here in the top of the first. The payoff is going to miss a bit low. And Goldberg earns himself a walk. With runners on the corners again, the left fielder, Alex Jackson, is going to step in. Runner goes on the first pitch. It's going to be outside. And another man in scoring position for the Zap as the Spuds okay with conceding second, with the infielders playing deep, looking to just get out of the inning here. After the first one missed outside, that one's going to be in the strike zone. Swing and miss from Jackson. The count is 1-1. Here it is. It's going to be just a bit inside. Jackson hit a mini limbo as he could almost smell that heater, and the count is now 2-1 to Alex Jackson, the man at Greenville University, as Coxon pumps in strike 2. Beautiful sunny day here in Casper. Here's the 2-2 with 2 men on and 2 out. It's going to be a bit high. And back-to-back full counts here to Zap hitters. Coxon set. Here it is. It's going to be called strike 3 on the outer half. 2 strikeouts in the top of the first for Sam Coxon. Alex Jackson not a fan of the call, but he's going to have to walk himself back to the dugout. The Zap do put up 2 here in the top of the first. Spuds bats needing to get hot early, as they talked about in the pregame interviews. We'll see if they can. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with your center fielder, Elijah Reeves. Elijah, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. Just going to ask you a couple questions today as we get ready for game 2 here. How are you feeling heading into today's matchup?
Pretty good. I feel like we're going to dominate today and, hopefully put them away in 7.
What's the mindset in the clubhouse here today before first pitch?
Just get going early, not trying to wait until the last inning to score all of our runs,
Yep.
Jump on them early. for sure.
Absolutely. Is there anything in particular you guys have seen from the Zap that you're looking to exploit?
I would just say they're pitching, making sure that we make them throw strikes
Yep.
and, just taking our opportunities, taking any bag any way we can. So.
Absolutely. Gonna switch gears here. What does it mean to you to have this community behind you each and every day?
Oh, it's super fun. I mean, I'm from here, so it's super nice to have everyone behind me as well.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Elijah Reeves, thank you very much.
Yeah, man. No problem.
Craving legendary food and service? Head on down to Texas Roadhouse in Evansville, where the steaks are hand cut, the rolls are hot and fresh, and the energy is always high. Whether it's a family dinner or a night out with friends, Texas Roadhouse is here for you. Located at 210 Miracle Street, be sure to come hungry, and we know you'll leave happy. Legendary food, legendary service, that's Texas Roadhouse. Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the bottom of the first inning, leading off the inning is going to be the left fielder, Trent Rucker. Trent making his debut last night, as I mentioned at the top of the game, went 1 for 2. Here's the first offering to him from Josh Porter, and that one's going to be in there. 1 for 2 with an RBI, a run scored. He was hit by a pitch. Also had a sac fly and a stolen base, so a little bit of everything last night. Trent Rucker having a good game in his first one. In a Spuds uniform, the count evened up at 1-1 to him after that one. Porter with a 3.32 ERA here in 6.1 innings pitched for the Zap. He has 4 Ks. He's walked 8 men. He's also hit 4 batters. As that other offering misses, and it's 2-1 now. That one's going to be inside the third base bag. Rucker is going to be into second. As Jackson comes up firing, but the leadoff man is on. And the Spuds, talking about getting the bats going early, they got it here. Stepping in is going to be the center fielder, Elijah Reeves. Elijah off to an otherworldly start here this season. Did have his first okay game of the year last night. But he's 11 for 27 here early in the season, as the first one from Porter is going to be pumped in there. Good for a 407 batting average. The slash line, 407, 515 OBP. And his slug is somewhere in the 6 to 700s. It was tough for me to calculate as game changer. There's 2 Elijah Reeves currently. Was unable to calculate that one, but just know that it's good. And his OPS is well over 1,000 as well. Elijah quickly in an 0-2 hole after fouling off that pitch from Porter. But Reeves, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 5 RBIs, 7 runs scored, 3 walks, no Ks. Here's the pitch from Porter. It's going to miss low and away, and it's now 1-2. Elijah just truly the definition of locked in right now at the plate. As Porter comes set. Here's the pitch. It's going to be on the outer half. Announcer's jinx. as Reeves strikes out for the first time here this season. Kid with a pretty dang good eye is going to get run up. Stepping in is going to be the man who also made his debut last night, similar to the man on second, in Jack O'Pine. Coming to us from SEMO. And from Prosper, Texas, he's going to rip the first one he sees to the third baseman. It's going to be bobbled, and O'Pine is going to get down the line in a hurry and beat out the throw. Was a hard hit ball. Could be an error on the third baseman, Naruto Saito, for the Zap. But either way, 2 men on, 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Stepping in is going to be the DH, River Smith. River also swinging a good bat right now, 6 for 16 here in the ILB season. As the first one from Porter is going to catch the inner half. 0-1 to Smith, who's slashing 375, 565, and 688. Good for a 125. 3 OPS. He's going to check his swing and rip that one into the third base side netting. And it's quickly 0-2 to River Smith. Smith does have 2 doubles, a home run, 4 RBIs, 6 walks as well for River. The 0-2 from Porter is going to be skied high over the third base side bleachers and out of play. As he stays alive. The 2 new guys here in Casper getting on. Let's see if the familiar faces can get him in. Smith also a new player, but quickly becoming a well-known face here in Casper due to his great play in the field, as that one misses, and it's 1-2 to the man from Livingston, Montana. That one is going to be ripped to the outfield. It looks like it's going to get down. It is! Alex Jackson unable to make the play. It's going to bring Rucker home. It's going to bring O'Pine home. And River Smith is into third with the 2 RBI triple. The Spuds right back into this one. 2-2. With 1 out and a man on third. Stepping in is going to be Matt Marsick, who was one of 2 Banner Health Wyoming Medical Center players of the game last night. Marsick also having a pretty good season here, as that one skied over the third base side bleachers out of play. Matt is 9 for 25, good for 360 batting average. Slashing 360, 500, and 480. Good for a 980 OPS. As that one to Marsick is going to miss high. And it's now 1-1 to your Spuds right fielder. Marsick leading the team in RBIs with 7. River Smith with 2 here in the previous at-bat, knocking on the door as he now has 6. That one's going to be skied out to Alex Jackson and left. Should be deep enough. Smith is going to test the arm. Throw is on line, but Smith is in there as it was just deep enough to get him in. And the Spuds take the lead here in the bottom of the first inning, 3-2. With 2 men out, stepping in is going to be the third baseman, Cale McCarville. Cale, 5 for 18 here in the season. As the first offering from Porter is going to be in there for strike 1. McCarville slashing 278, 480, and 500. Good for another 980 OPS, just like his teammate Marsick. That one's going to miss high again. to the man from Springfield, Missouri. And the count is 2-0. Apologies, 1-1 to Cale McCarville. Another strike pumped in on the glove side by Josh Porter, the 6'2 righty. His teammates with the Billingsley boys at Fullerton. And he's going to get McCarville to swing and miss at that one. The Spuds do score 3 to grab the lead early in this one. We head to the second. Spuds 3, Zap 2.
Looking for bold flavors and great vibes? Swing by Stahoo's Brewery and Tap Room, the official brewery of your Casper Spuds. Located at 1015 East C Street in Casper, locally brewed beers, rotating taps, and a chill, welcoming atmosphere make it the perfect spot to unwind. Whether you're a craft beer connoisseur or just looking to try something new, Stahoo's has a pour waiting for you. Great beer, great people, that's the Stahoo's way. See you there and go Spuds! This season, fuel your Spud spirit with the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, one of the official drinks of your Casper Spuds. Whether you're cheering from the stands or the couch, Pepsi is the perfect game day companion. Ice cold, bold, and made for fans like you. Grab a Pepsi and let's go Spuds!
Back at Mike Lansing Field in the top of the second. Both teams putting up runs in the first frame. Cole Ottersberg leading off the inning for the Zap, the second baseman, as he swings and misses at the first offering from Coxon. That one's going to miss high and inside. And the count's 1-1. Coxon, 2 big strikeouts in the first inning to get himself out of a jam. That one misses low and away, and the count is 2-1 to Cole Ottersberg, who's hitting .222 here early on in the ILB season. That one swung on and missed. And the count seesaws back to even. The 2-2 is going to miss high. And the first batter in the top of the second has worked a full count here. It's going to be a called strike 3. Ottersberg threw his bat thinking he had worked a walk, but Coxon picks up his 3rd K here early in this ball game as the 9-hole hitter Naruto Saito steps in. Nice K there by Coxon. Saito is going to foul the first one off himself. And it's going to be 0-1 to the Zap third baseman, who's hitting .200 here early on in the season. He's earned himself 3 walks, only struck out once. That one is going to be pumped in there again by Coxon, and quickly 0-2 to Saito. Here's the 0-2 from Coxon. It's going to miss on the outer half. 1-2 now. Coxon working quickly. That one is going to get a awkward swing out of Saito as he tried to go fishing for that one. Back-to-back Ks here in the top of the second. Coxon continuing to show that electric stuff. Stepping in is going to be the shortstop, Gavin Frazier. He popped out, or apologies, he blooped one out to right to lead off the first inning and ended up being a double as he got out of the box quickly, seeing that one had potential to drop in down on the right field line. The first one to him is going to be fouled off. Here's the 0-1. He shows bunt. And that one's going to miss high and away. And the count is now 1-1 to Gavin Frazier. The man from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, he's a big Oilers fan, along with Ty Farwell, his teammate, celebrating Edmonton's win last night in the Stanley Cup final. That one's going to be ripped right at Coxon. He narrowly gets out of the way of it. And Gavin Frazier's 2 for 2 here early in this ball game. A single and a double. And it's going to set up the center fielder, Nick Golden. Golden did reach due to an error in the first inning, as he now shows bunt. Pulls it back as that one missed a little bit inside. Frazier getting a decent sized lead over there at first. Here's the pitch from Coxon. As Frazier goes, it's going to be ripped to Brody Barker at second. He gloves it and flips it over to Billingsley at first. 3 down here in the inning. As the score remains at 3-2, we head to the bottom of the second. We'll be right back.
Ready to hit the road? Smith RV Sales and Service in Casper has everything you need, from new and used RVs to expert repairs and parts. Family owned and locally trusted. We'll help you gear up for your next great adventure. Smith RV. We can get you there. When you need it done right, call the right guy in Casper. From handyman services, painting, and home repairs and remodeling, no job is too big or too small. Trusted, reliable, and local. The right guy gets it done right the first time.
Stay informed with KTWO, Casper's home for breaking news, weather, and local stories that matter to you. From sunrise to sign off, our team brings you the coverage you can count on. KTWO, your news, your station. For home improvement done right, head to Sutherland's. From lumber and tools to paint and patio furniture, we've got everything you need to tackle your next project. Sutherland's, helping Casper build better every day.
Leading off the home half of the second for your Casper Spuds is going to be the first baseman, Hunter Billingsley. A little teammate on teammate action here. That one looked a little bit high, but it is going to be a called strike one to Billingsley. Both players here coming to us from Fullerton College, both California kids as well, as Porter is going to skip that one in the dirt to even up the count at 1-1. Porter, a sophomore at Fullerton. Billingsley, same year. Porter from Laverne, California. Billingsley from Eastvale, California. That one is going to be skipped in again by Porter, and the count is now 2-1 to the walk machine, Hunter Billingsley. He is 5 for 17 here in the ILB season, slashing 294, 520, and 412. Good for a 932 OPS. As that one is going to be tattooed down the right field line, but he was just a bit early on it as it sails foul. Man, if Billingsley can straighten that one out, that would have been mashed out to right, to say the least. But after the foul ball, the count is going to be 2-2. Porter with the delivery, and he's going to miss high to run it full to his Fullerton teammate. Billingsley, 8 walks, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored. He does have 3 Ks, all of those coming looking. Here's the 3-2. It's going to be swung on again. It's going to drive the right fielder back. This one is gone. Hunter Billingsley jumping all over his teammate, Josh Porter. He does end up straightening it out after lining one down the right field line and foul. But Hunter Billingsley gets his first homer of the ILB season, and the Spuds add to the lead. It's now 4-2. You can kind of tell right away that one was gone. The right fielder, Connor Goldberg, was making me rethink things as it looked like he had a read on it. But then he turned his head, and all he could do was look as that one soared up over the wall. Stepping in is going to be Brody Barker, the second baseman, as the first pitch to him from Porter is going to be pumped in there for strike one. That one is going to be ripped to the third baseman, Saito. He gets down on it and makes a good throw over to his first baseman, Vince Polazzi. And after the leadoff solo shot by Billingsley, there is going to be one down. The 9-man, Stone Vasic, is going to step in now. Your Spuds catcher here tonight. Porter with the delivery. It's going to be swung on and missed by Vasic. 0-1 to Stone. That one's going to miss low, and the count now 1-1 to Stone Vasic, who's cooled off a little bit. 5 for 23 here in the ILB season. Good for 217 batting average. That one's going to miss high this time, and it's now 2-1 to Stone. He's tied for a team high in hit by pitches with 4 with another catcher, Parker Burt. That one's going to catch the arm side black, and the count is evened up at 2-2 to number 17. Stone also has stolen 2 bases here in this season, as that pitch from Porter misses high. And it's a full count to your Spuds catcher. He does have a home run here already in the ILB season. Here's the pitch. It's going to be fouled off himself. And he stays alive in this full count. He steps back in after shaking off with a little bit of pain. Here's the payoff from Porter. It's going to be swung on and missed. Vasic goes down by way of the K. And we're back to the top of the order for the Casper Spuds. With 2 men out, Trent Rucker is going to step in. He doubled to lead off the ball game for the Spuds. That one misses low and away. 1-0 to Trent Rucker. That one swung on and missed this time by Rucker, and the count is 1-1. That one crushed out to left, but it's going to sail foul. The Spuds getting a read here on Josh Porter. I'm sure he wishes he was a little bit more secretive at Fullerton to his teammate Billingsley after he crushed that solo shot. That one is going to catch the outer half. Rucker not a fan of the call. And Porter gets another strikeout here in this one. His third of the game. And we head to the third. The leadoff shot by Billingsley extends the lead for the Spuds, 4-2.
Craving comfort food anytime, day or night? Head to Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Whether it's pancakes at midnight, burgers for breakfast, or coffee to fuel your day, Denny's has you covered. With friendly service, affordable prices, and something for everyone, it's the perfect spot to gather, relax, and dig in. So why wait? Swing by Denny's today, where good food and great memories are always on the menu.
It's the crack of the bat, roar of the crowd, and an ice-cold Budweiser in your hand. Budweiser is the perfect companion to every pitch, hit, and home run. Brewed for those who live for the game and savor the moment. This season, make it a Bud. Budweiser. This Bud is for you.
Back at the ballpark in the top of the third, leading off the inning is going to be the first baseman, Vince Palazzi. That first pitch is going to run in and catch Palazzi. And the leadoff man here in the third is on after one pitch. Loris College, for those wondering, in Dubec, Iowa. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. As the catcher, Garen Gledhill, steps in now. Gledhill grounded out to Coxon in the first inning. That one's going to be skied high over the third base side bleachers and out of play. Not a big lead from Palazzi. That one's going to be fouled off down the left field side again and out of play. Quickly 0-2 to Gledhill. Good to see Coxon getting back to throwing strikes after plunking the first batter in the third inning in his first pitch. Here's the 0-2. That one's going to break the bat of Gledhill. Coxon tries to field it. He slips, but thankfully his shortstop, Jack Opine, is there to make the play. It was raining a bit here earlier today at Mike Lansing Field. And I can tell you, from being down on the field pregame, there is some muddy spots out there in the dirt. It looks like Coxon found one of those on the mound. Looks like he is all right. There is going to be one down in the inning as Palazzi advances to second. Stepping in for the Zap is going to be the DH, Jake Daly, who went down by way of a backwards K in the first inning. The coaches for your Spuds out having a conversation with the home plate umpire, Tom Day. Not sure what it was about. I'm sure it was about maybe the conditions of the mound, but it looks like they've cleared play to begin again as Daly steps in now with the man in scoring position. He swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it off over the first base side bleachers. Daly hitting 240 here in the ILB season. He's going to foul that one again off the first base side over the bleachers and out of play. 0-2 to the Seattle, Washington native. Here's the 0-2. It's going to be skied over on the first base side. Billingsley taking a look at it, but it's going to land just over on the party deck out of reach as Daly fights to stay alive. Coxon looking for his 5th K already here in this ball game. There is one down in the inning. The 0-2 again is going to be ripped out to the outfield. Rucker's on it. He comes up firing, and the throw is not going to be in time. It was on line, but took a big skip. And all Stone Vasic could do was try and knock it down and keep it from reaching the backstop, which they did. Daly with an RBI double as he trades places with Palazzi. And stepping in is going to be the right fielder, Connor Goldberg. First pitch from Coxon's going to miss outside. 1-0. To the Zap right fielder, who earned a walk in his first plate appearance. That one is going to be chopped to Coxon. He goes to third as Daly took off on contact. And a mistake there from the Zap DH. Coxon with quick thinking to get the man on second, trying to get an extra 90 feet. Goldberg will reach first, but it takes a man out of scoring position, and there's now 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. As the left fielder, Alex Jackson, steps in. He struck out in his first AB, and he's going to see strike 1 in his second AB. Jackson struggling here, hitting 111 in the ILB season. That one almost in time. Oh, it is! It is in time! And Connor Goldberg is going to be out on the nice pickoff move there by Coxon. Back-to-back base running mistakes for the Zap. And the Spuds get out of the inning The Zap do score one to make the score 4-3, but two big defensive plays there to avoid further damage. We'll be right back.
Looking for your next adventure? Visit Casper, where the wide open spaces meet unforgettable experiences. From hiking around Casper Mountain to casting a line in the North Platte River, there's something for everyone. Make memories that only happen here. Visit Casper. At Platte Valley Bank in Casper, we're more than just a bank, we're your neighbor. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for the future, our local team is here to help you every step of the way. Platte Valley Bank. Bank on the Valley, bank on us. Craving legendary pizza and a family-friendly buffet? Head to the Pizza Ranch, located at 5011 East 2nd Street. Load up on hot pizza, crispy chicken, and our famous cactus bread. Perfect for family nights, team celebrations, or just feeding those cravings. Swing on by or order online at pizzaranch.com, where every meal is a hit.
Back at Mike Lansing Field, leading off the inning for your Casper Spuds is going to be the center fielder, Elijah Reeves. Reeves struck out looking in the first inning, his first strikeout of the season. He's going to rip the first pitch he sees to the shortstop. Frazier's up with it quickly and fires over to Palazzi as they get the speedy Elijah Reeves. One pitch, one out for Josh Porter. As the shortstop for the Spuds steps in, Jack Opine. Jack reached on an error in the first inning. The first pitch to him is going to miss outside, 1-0. Porter with the 1-0. It's going to be checked by Opine. He is going to get a piece of it and foul it back to even up the count at 1-1. That one's going to miss on the inner half. 2-1 now to the man out of Prosper, Texas. That one misses high. And Opine in a nice hitter's count here, 3-1. Already looking comfortable in the Spuds uniform here in his second game. Here's the 3-1. It's going to catch the inner half. And the count is full to your Spuds shortstop. Here's the pitch from Porter. It's going to miss low. And Opine is going to reach for the second time here today in just as many at-bats. As the man who got the first 2 runs on the board for the Spuds in the first inning with a 2 RBI triple is going to step in, River Smith. Smith DHing here today. That one painted on the outer black by Josh Porter. And Smith in an 0-1 count here. Here's the offering. It's going to miss a bit low and outside. 1-1 now to River Smith. That off-speed pitch is dropped in there by Porter. Smith taking all the way. And the count is now 1-2. That one fouled off, thankfully, by Smith. It looked like a swing and a miss, dropped third strike. But he apparently got a piece of it. And Gledhill wasn't able to hold on. So he gets another life here in this AB with Opine on first. Here's the 1-2. It's going to miss on the outer half. And Smith, with a good take there, evens up the count at 2-2. Active game here already early on at Mike Lansing Field as that one misses low and inside. And the count has run full here to River Smith. Porter comes set. The 3-2 is going to be flare just over the head of Frazier at short. Opine advances to second. And Smith is on with a single here. 2 for 2 today. As the right fielder, Matt Marsick, steps in. Matt, in the first inning, plated River Smith, who was on third after the triple, with a nice little sac fly out to left. That one from Porter is going to be in the dirt. 1-0 to Matt Marsick. Porter keeping an eye on Opine at second. That one narrowly misses Matt Marsick, and it is going to be 2-0 to him. Here's the 2-0. Marsick is going to rip that one by the Zap dugout. To bring the count to 2-1. Two on, only one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Marsick in a 2-1 count. Here's the offering from Porter. It's going to be ripped out to the right fielder. Goldberg does make the play. Opine tagging from second. Good throw by Goldberg that was on line, but Opine showing some good speed there. Advancing to third with 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Cale McCarville is going to get a chance to take a couple swings. Cale struck out swinging to end the first inning. Looking to put the ball in play to extend the third inning. With runners on the corners. That one from Porter misses high. McCarville does have 6 RBIs here in the ILB season. Would love a couple more here. He's going to swing and miss at that one as he was thinking the same thing as me. 1-1. This redshirt sophomore at Fort Scott is going to sky that one out to center field. Frazier calls off the center fielder and makes the play. No runs for the Spuds. They do get a hit and earn a walk, but it comes to no avail as the score remains the same. We head to the 4th inning. Your Spuds lead 4-3.
Life in Casper can throw you curveballs, blizzards, hailstorms, or the unexpected fender bender. That's why your local State Farm agents are here, ready to help you and protect what matters most. From auto and home to life and business, they've got you covered. Visit your Casper agent today and get the coverage you deserve. Local support you can count on. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. When it comes to reliable infrastructure, Dura-Line and Casper is leading the way. As a trusted manufacturer of high-performance conduit and cable protection, Dura-Line helps power the connections that keep Wyoming and the world running strong. From broadband to energy, their innovative solutions are built to last in any environment. Represented in Casper, trusted everywhere, Dura-Line, creating connections that matter.
Back at Mike Lansing Field here in the top of the 4th inning, leading off the inning for the visiting Zap is the left fielder Alex Jackson. He fouled off the first offering from Coxon. That one's going to miss on the inner half to even up the count at 1-1. Coxon looking pretty solid here in this start. Looking for a quick inning as that one catches the glove side black, and the count's 1-2. 2 earned out of the 3 that the Zap have put up for Coxon. Here's the 1-2. It's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 3 as he sends Jackson down swinging for his 5th K of the day. Stepping in is the second baseman, Cole Ottersberg, who's 0 for 1 with a walk in this one. He swings at the first pitch he sees. Marsick ranging over, but it's going to drop just to the left of him. He gets it in to hold Goldberg to a nice little first pitch single with a man on and a man down. The lefty third baseman, Naruto Saito, is going to step in here. Saito at Riverland Community College in Minnesota. The first pitch to him is going to be in there, 0-1. Saito checks his swing. We go down to the umpire in the field, Richard Gilmore, and he agrees with Saito. That'll even up the count at 1-1. That one fouled back just over the netting here on the backstop and just to the left of the press box over by the Coors Light tent here at Mike Lansing Field. No beer batter of the game here tonight, as all beverages are $2 off every Thursday here at Mike Lansing Field. After the foul ball, a count is 1-2 to Saito. Here's the offering. That one is going to be flared to Opine at short, and they're going to double up Cole Ottersberg as he thought that one was going to get down. More base running blunders for the Oahe Zap. And a quick inning indeed for Sam Coxon as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Score remains 4-3 Spuds.
Racka's is committed to bringing the best parts of old world quality food and service in a dynamic, fun, and inviting atmosphere where you experience a true taste of Italian hospitality. No passport required. Head to Racka's Pizzeria right here in downtown Casper. Quality Brands is a family-owned and operated beer, wine, spirits, and non-alcoholic beverage distributor with 8 warehouses in Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, and South Dakota, proudly representing the best beverage brands in the industry. Check out Quality Brands of Casper to strike out your thirst.
Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the bottom of the 4th inning. Leading off the inning for your Casper Spuds is the first baseman, Hunter Billingsley, who had a leadoff homer in the 2nd inning off of his college teammate, Josh Porter. Let's see how this second plate appearance goes between this duo. Porter with the delivery. He's going to miss. And the count is 1-0 to Hunter Billingsley. Billingsley's going to foul that one off. The count's 1-1 to him. Porter set. Here's the 1-1. And it's going to be in there for a called strike 2. That one misses high and away. 2-2 now to Hunter Billingsley, who ripped that leadoff home run to the pole side deep out to right field. That one's going to miss inside and low. And the count is full to H. Bills. The payoff from Porter is going to be fouled back straight into the backstop netting by Billingsley. Who's being hosted by the Adams family. Very thankful are all of us for the host families who allowed us into their homes for the summer. I'm sure us interns aren't as exciting, but we still thank them. As we're going to need some repair work done to the catcher, Garen Gledhill. I think he might have just grabbed an entirely new mask. I'm not too sure what's going on here with the catcher, Gledhill. It was either the glove or the mask. Something important, that's for sure. And we'll see who can lock back in after the little delay here. Full count to Billingsley. Porter, the 3-2. It's going to be fouled off again by Hunter. Spuds, 4 runs on 4 hits. The visiting Zap, 3 runs on 4 hits. Both teams with an error. The 3-2 is going to be ripped up the middle Hunter Billingsley feeling himself a bit here tonight as he's 2 for 2 now. He's going to pass it over to the second baseman, Brody Barker. Did talk to Brody before the game here. Unfortunately, he's going to swing and miss at that one. But also, unfortunately, was unable to get the footage over to the iPad here to show you folks. So we'll definitely get that to you guys tomorrow. You should also expect more player interviews, as we have just gotten that started for the 2025 ILB season. Learn a bit more about your favorite players. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the YouTube comments, comment on our Instagrams, our Facebooks, as that one's pumped in the counts 1 and 2. But a little bit of get to know your Spuds and their mindsets before they take the field. It's really cool to pick the brains of some of these guys. Here's the 1-2 from Porter. Barker is going to flare that one out to center field, and a diving catch by Nick Golden is going to hold the runner and put down Barker. Golden ranging to his left and laying out to get the first out here in the bottom of the 4th inning and prevent the first 2 men from reaching. Stone Vasic, your catcher, is going to step in now. Stone went down by way of the K in the 2nd inning. First one from Porter. The heater's going to be pumped in there. 0-1 to Vasic. That one from Porter misses on the outer half to even up the count at 1-1 to Stone Vasic. The 1-1 is going to be chopped out to left. Jackson there in time. A line out and a fly out back to back for the Spuds here is going to have 2 down in the inning. As we flip back to the top of the order, Trent Rucker, the left fielder, stepping in after going down looking to end the 2nd inning on a call he didn't like. Let's see if he puts that anger into a charge of the baseball here as Billingsley goes on the first pitch. The throw is going to be high, and Billingsley is going to stay at second. He's in there. Oh, it's bobbled by the center fielder, Nick Golden. Billingsley took him a second to pick up the ball. Smart to not make the third out at third base. He's going to advance 90 feet into scoring position for Trent Rucker. The 0-1 from Porter with 2 down and a man on second. It's going to be ripped to the shortstop, Frazier. He's up and with it over to his first baseman, Vince Palazzi. And the Spuds do tack on another hit, but the score will remain the same. We head to the 5th frame. 4-3 Spuds.
At Banner Health Wyoming Medical Center, your health is a priority. From emergency care to everyday checkups, the Casper team is here for you, providing trusted care close to home. Banner Health, excellence in every heartbeat. At Central Wyoming Counseling Center in Casper, your mental well-being matters. From everyday counseling to crisis services, we are here to help you heal, grow, and thrive. Hope starts here at CWCC.
Back in Casper for the top of the 5th inning. Spuds lead 4-3. Leading off the inning for the Zap is going to be the leadoff man, their shortstop, Gavin Frazier. Frazier, he is 2 for 2 here today. As the first pitch from Coxon is going to miss a bit low. 1-0 to the Zap shortstop. That one from Coxon's going to miss outside. The 2-0 to Frazier. It's going to be skipped in the dirt. 3 pitches, 3 balls here for Coxon in the top of the 5th inning. Looking to keep the speedy Frazier off the bases. Here's a 3-0. And it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to the shortstop, Gavin Frazier. Stepping in, it's going to be the lefty, Nick Golden. Who made a nice diving play out in center field the previous half inning to prevent Brody Barker from potentially an extra base hit, as that first pitch to him is going to be pumped in there by Coxon on the outer black. Frazier with a decent lead. Here's the pitch from Coxon, and it's going to plunk Golden. So the first 2 men have reached here. And the Zap first baseman, Vince Polazzi, is going to step in, looking to keep the streak going. That one is going to miss high. Coxon struggling here in the 5th inning as he misses high again. He's getting a bit upset at himself. Good mound visit for the catcher, Stone Vasic, to get the young Coxon back on track here. We know if he throws it in the zone, there's a good chance it's going to be a swing and a miss. He has that type of stuff in that right arm of his. Here's the 2-0 to Polazzi. It's going to be skied down the right field line, high over the party deck and out of play. Palazzi, 1-for-1 here today with an RBI. I believe he was plunked by a pitch in that other at-bat. And Coxon, after falling in a 2-0 hole, has gotten back-to-back strikes here to knot up the count at 2-2. With 2 men on, nobody out. Here's the pitch from Coxon. He's going to get Palazzi to swing and miss it. That one, strike 3. And a big first out here for the Spuds. Looking to keep the Zap off the board from tying up the game, or even worse. The catcher, Garen Gledhill, is going to step in now. He's 0 for 2 today. A little dribbler to Coxon in which he tagged him out. The front, it's going to go to first for 1. Coxon almost catching it as it hit him in the glove. He might have had time to turn and go to second, but he went the easy route on to first. There is going to be 2 down, but there are 2 men in scoring position after that one. As Jake Daly, the DH, steps in. That first pitch from Coxon misses low. 1-0. That next pitch from Coxon is going to miss on the outer half, and it's now 2-0. Daly doubled out to left in the 3rd inning to bring the Zap 1 run closer. That one from Coxon misses inside, and the count is 3-0 to the Zap DH. The 3-0 from Coxon is going to be pumped in there, a heater at the belt. And the count is 3-1 to Jake Daly. As Frazier steals a run, stealing home base there after Coxon got another strike to bring the count full to Daly. The sneaky Frazier, who was inching down the line, stole home, and this ball game is tied. That one from Coxon is going to miss a bit high, and the inning extends for the right fielder, Connor Goldberg. Pitching coach for the Spuds, Matt Jeffreyon, out for a visit with the entire infield. I'm curious. I think it was on the throw back in after the 3-1 pitch was taken for a strike 2. And this ball game's all knotted up at 4. Quick visit from Jeffreyon. Goldberg 0 for 1 with a walk. Golden on second, Daly on first, as that one's going to get away from Stowe and Vasic. Both runners advance 90 feet. And the Zap knocking on the door of putting on some more runs and retaking the lead. Pinch runner for the Oahe Zap is going to be number 11. Or apologies. Yeah, number 11, Quinn Ludvigsen. As that pitch to Goldberg misses, and it's now 2-0 to him. That one is going to be lined right back up to Coxon. He fires the ball to the ground, infuriated at himself. He catches the liner ripped by Goldberg right at him and shows a bit of emotion coming off the mound. This game is tied at 4-4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Looking to get active and connect with your community? The YMCA of Natrona County and Casper has something for everyone. State-of-the-art fitness equipment, youth programs, swim lessons, and more. Whether you're chasing goals or just getting started, the Y is here for you. Visit CasperYMCA.org and join a community that moves you forward. Action Glass is here for all your residential glass needs. Shower doors and enclosures, window replacements, and repairs. Again, call Action Glass at 307-266-1111.
Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the bottom of the 5th inning, the visiting Oahe Zap tie up the ball game in the top of the 5th, 4-4. Leading off the inning is going to be the center fielder, Elijah Reeves. He swings at the first pitch he sees. It's going to be out in foul territory in left, and Alex Jackson tracks it down. 1 out on 1 pitch. For the new pitcher for the Oahe Zap, number 32, the lefty, Wyatt Gladue. Stepping in, the shortstop, Jack Opine. First one to Opine's going to miss low. 1-0. Opine, the senior at SEMO from Prosper, Texas, rips one down the left field line, but foul. The 1-1 from Gladue is going to be chopped into the first base side bleachers and narrowly miss a couple fans over there. Thankfully, everyone's all right. The count is 1-2 now to Jack Opine. Gladue comes set. The lefty fires. It's going to be skied again on the first base side, but high over it. Out of play. Opine has reached, in both plate appearances, a walk and by error, as he chops that one again on the first base side, this time in between the grandstand and the first base side bleachers, as he stays alive in this 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. Opine rips that one out to the outfield in the left center gap. He's going to cruise into second easily with the stand-up double, reaching for the third time here today and passing it over to a man who has an extra base hit of his own here today, River Smith. River didn't stop with the triple that he ripped in the first inning. He hit a single in the third as well. Good for 2 for 2 here today. With one man down and a man in scoring position, the Spuds can retake the lead. That one's going to skip away from the catcher. And the Spuds now have a man on third with one down. Lefty on lefty matchup here. I believe it's a new catcher as well for the Zap. I think that's Mason Lang, the man who ripped a home run last night. That one from Smith is going to be chopped down the left field line and out of play. 1-1 count. One man down. Opine on third. Gledoux. Here's the 1-1. That one by Smith is going to be flailed out to left. Opine is going to test him. Here's the throw. Opine is going to be in there. And River Smith with a nice RBI sac fly. And the Spuds retake the lead, 5-4. With two down and the base is empty, the right fielder, Matt Marsick, is going to step in. The lefty pumps in an inside strike to the lefty batter, and the count's 0-1. The 0-1 from Gledoux. It's going to be on the outer half. A nasty pitch there as Marsick was out in front. And it's 0-2 to your Spuds right fielder. That one chopped down the first base side, but outside the bag and foul. Marsick, a sac fly of his own in the first inning that brought in River Smith. And he popped out to the right fielder in his second AB. Gledoux is going to get him to swing and miss at that offering. 3 outs here in the bottom of the fifth, but the Spuds do regain the lead as we head to the sixth frame. 5-4 Spuds.
Looking for reliable power solutions built to perform? Look no further than Moser Energy Systems in Evansville. Moser is a leading provider of diversified, distributed power systems. We deliver cutting-edge power where and when you need it most. Trusted by industries worldwide, powered by Wyoming pride. Visit moserenergy.com today. When it comes to piping solutions, you can count on the industrial piping specialists in Casper, serving the energy, construction, and industrial sectors with top quality products and unmatched service. For piping done right, on time, and on budget, trust the experts at IPS. Visit them at 928 North Robertson Road today.
Each day the sun will rise and fall, We face challenges, the oil field evolves, and Vault finds solutions. Privately owned with a singular focus on wellhead products and services, Vault Pressure Control was built from the ground up to face the industry challenges head on. With safety at our core, Vault's equipment and services are engineered to provide versatile solutions to fit your operational needs. Experience the evolution of wellhead.
Back at Mike Lansing Field here in the top of the 6th. New pitcher on the mound for your Casper Spuds. It is this time, if you were here last night, going to be Cade Queen, the man from Powell, Wyoming. Back-to-back MSUB guys here pitching for the Spuds. And Queen is going to pump in an off-speed pitch there to Alex Jackson. And the count is 0-1. That one from Jackson skied high over the first base side bleachers and out of play. The 0-2 to Jackson. It's going to be chopped down the third base line into the Zap dugout as he stays alive. That one from Queen misses, and the count is 1-2 to Alex Jackson. The 1-2. It's going to be skied down the right field line. That one's going to land on the party deck over there. And a good snag by a fan on the party deck with a glove. I believe we got a birthday over there tonight. And the glove did come in handy here at Mike Lansing Field as he made a nice snag. Back to the game, 1-2 is nearly going to catch Jackson. But after jumping out with 2 quick strikes to him, Jackson staying alive with 2 strikes, fouling off pitches that weren't close and taking ones, fouling off pitches that are close and taking the ones that aren't. Here's the 2-2. It's going to be a called strike 3. Cade Queen comes out of the pen and gets a strikeout to his first hitter. As the second baseman, Cole Ottersberg, steps in now. The first one to him misses outside, 1-0. Here comes Queen. It's going to miss high and inside. Now it's 2-0 to Cole Ottersberg, who enjoys the links in his free time. Big golfer is Ottersberg. Here's the 2-0 to him. It's going to be skipped in the dirt. Now 3-0 to the Zap second baseman. Queen gets back on track. Now 3-1. That one kind of hit into no man's land, but Marsick is going to make the play out there and right. Great job there by Cade Queen to fight back into that count after 3 straight balls. And with 2 men down, here in the top of the 6th inning. Stepping in is going to be the 9-hole hitter, Naruto Saito. That one misses on the outer half. 1-0 now. Cade Queen here in this season. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It also earned 2 walks, 5 Ks, a 1.82 batting average against, as that has dropped here after the first 2 hitters he's faced. The 2-0, that one's going to be pumped in for strike 1. 2-1 to Saito, the Zap third baseman. Queen with the delivery. It's going to miss on the outer half. Now 3-1 to Saito. Saito going to earn himself a walk. And with 2 men down, back to the top of the order for the Oahe Zap, Gavin Frazier, who's 2 for 2 today with a walk. First one to him is going to catch the inner black. 0-1. Queen checks on Saito over there at first. And he dives back in safely. The pitch from Queen as Saito goes is going to plunk Gavin Frazier. And back-to-back men have reached here for the Oahe Zap with 2 down in the inning. Stepping in is going to be the center fielder, Nick Golden. That one is going to be swung on. It drives Reeves to his right, and on the run, the speedy Reeves makes a great snag. Golden robbed of an extra base hit, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Spuds still lead it 5-4.
When it comes to tires, brakes, and peace of mind, trust Les Schwab Tire Center. With 2 convenient Casper locations, you'll get expert service, free tire checks, and the care you deserve. Les Schwab, doing the right thing matters. From garage doors to openers, trust the Overhead Door Company of Casper. Reliable, quality service you can count on. Locally owned and proudly serving Casper. Overhead Door, the genuine, the original.
Hungry for pizza that hits the spot every time? Order from Papa John's. Made with fresh dough, quality ingredients, and that signature garlic sauce you love. Whether you want classic pepperoni, loaded veggie, or something new, Papa John's delivers hot, fresh, and ready to enjoy. Plus, with easy online ordering and fast delivery, your perfect pizza night is just a few clicks away. Choose Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Back here in the home half of the 6th inning at Mike Lansing Field, leading it off for your Spuds is going to be number 22, Cale McCarville. Gladue still on the mound for the visiting Zap. That first one to McCarville misses, and it's 1-0. That one misses again outside. Now 2-0 to Kale, who's looking for his first hit here tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a K. Good pitch there by Gladue, in on the hands as he tries to work his way back into the count. Now 2-1. The 2-1. It's going to be swung on by McCarville, driving the left fielder back. He's on the warning track, and he makes a little hop catch out there. Does Alex Jackson. McCarville, but a good swing on that one, but unable to find some open grass. With one down, the first baseman, Hunter Billingsley, is going to step in. Some changes for the Zap. As I mentioned, it is Mason Lang doing the catching now. Over at third is going to be Ty Farwell. First pitch that Billingsley sees is going to drive the outfielders back. Jackson takes a crazy route to it, has to correct, and makes a very nice snag, falling onto his backside. Back-to-back good plays there from Alex Jackson. Questionable route to the ball, but he got the out, and that's what matters. As the second baseman, Brody Barker, steps in now. Also looking for his first hit here today, similar to McCarville, who led off the inning. That one to Barker is going to miss outside. 1-0 to Brody. Sitting 357 here early in the ILB season. That pitch from Gladue is going to catch the outer half. 1-1 now to Brody Barker. Barker rips that one to his counterpart at second. Ottersberg is up with it, and he fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down here for the Spuds in the bottom of the 6th. We turn to the 7th. They still lead it 5-4. We'll be back at Mike Lansing Field.
Serving Casper and all of Wyoming. Teton Distributors is Wyoming's foremost distributor for America's most beloved beer, craft brews, and non-alcoholic beverages. They keep your favorite drinks flowing. Locally driven, community focused. Teton Distributors. We deliver more than just beverages. Western Energy Fabrication in Casper is your one-stop fabrication shop, specializing in fabrication, welding, consulting, installation, facility manufacturing, design, and project management. Whether it's custom builds or full facility solutions, they deliver quality and precision from start to finish. Western Energy Fabrication, built for Wyoming, built to last.
Back here in the top of the 7th. Don't forget to follow the Spuds on Facebook for more Spuds information. Leading off the inning for the visiting Oahe Zap is the first baseman, Vince Palazzi. Cade Queen's still on the mound for the Spuds. That pitch on the outer half is going to catch the zone, and it's 0-1 to Vince. Queen tries to catch the outer half again. He's going to miss this time to even up the count at 1-1. That one is going to be chopped to McCarville at third. He's up with it. And over to Billingsley. Quickly one down here in the top of the 7th. As the catcher, number 26, Mason Lang, steps in for his first plate appearance in this one. He did crush a homer last night. Queen is going to miss high, 1-0. That one from Queen is going to miss inside. Now 2-0 to Mason Lang. Here's the offering. It's going to be chopped high down the left field line and out of play. Two-one count with a man out here in the away half of the 7th. That one is going to be ripped to Barker at second. He collects and fires over to Hunter Billingsley at first. Very close play there as Barker had to get around the ball and deal with a brief bobble before he could fire over to Billingsley. But nonetheless, 2 down here in the top of the 7th. As Quinn Ludvigsen steps in here for his first plate appearance. He pinch ran for Jake Daly earlier in this ball game. First one to him is going to be a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. He's going to swing and miss it, that one from Cade Queen, and it's now 0-2 to Quinn Ludvigsen. That one's going to miss away, and it's now 1-2. Ludvigsen last night, he was playing first. He did go 2 for 5 in the ball game. But Daly, he did have an RBI here in this one. We'll see if the move for Jamie Haberger, the Oahe Zap head coach, pays off. Cade Queen thinking otherwise. 2-2 count here with 2 down. Here's the pitch. It's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging, and Ludvigsen goes down by way of the K. Cade Queen does his job quickly here with a 1-2-3, top of the 7th. We're going to stretch at Mike Lansing Field and be back. Spuds still lead it 5-4. Back here in the bottom of the 7th at Mike Lansing Field. Don't forget to follow your Spuds on Instagram at Spuds Baseball for all the Spuds content you're missing and want and need. Leading off the inning is the catcher, Stone Vasic, who's 0-2 here today with a K. New pitcher on the mound, I believe, is Steve Baca for the visiting Oahe Zap. The first one he fires in is going to miss. Vasic, a strikeout in the 2nd. He flew out to left in the 4th. Here's the 1-0. That one is going to miss on the outer half. And the count's now 2-0. That one misses high. Now 3-0 to Stone Vasic. The 3-0 is going to catch the top of the zone. Now 3-1 to your Spuds catcher. The 3-run from Baca is going to be dropped in there. And after falling behind 3-0, he's worked his way back into the count as it's now full. 3-2, bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. And Vasic is going to go down looking. 3 straight balls, 3 straight strikes. And with a man out, we head back to the top of the order in Trent Rucker. Trent led off the game with a double. He went down looking in the 2nd and grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th as that pitch from Baca is going to catch the arm side, and it's 0-1 to Trent Rucker. Here's the 0-1. Baca is going to get him to wave and miss at that one, and it's quickly 0-2 to Trent Rucker, the senior at Texas State. The 0-2 is going to be chopped just outside of the third base bag, out of play. They reset. Here's the 0-2. That one's going to skip in the dirt. And the count is now 1-2 to Trent Rucker. Wow. Baca's set. Here's the delivery. It's going to be a called strike 3 on the inner half. Rucker goes down looking again for the 2nd time today. Not a fan of the call. Been a common theme here tonight, as Elijah Reeves steps in for his 4th at-bat here, looking to avoid going 0 for 4, which is very much unlike Elijah. Might not interview him pregame if this does happen, but he's off to a good start in this count, 1-0. He's going to rip that one by Farwell at third, and he breaks the mini skid. Elijah Reeves puts his prayer hands up to the Lord as he reaches for the first time here tonight, and it extends the inning for the shortstop, Jack Opine. Jack has reached all 3 times here. First by error, second by a walk, and third by a double. That one from Baca is pumped in. 0-1. We'll see if the speedy Reeves tries to get himself into scoring position as Baca checks on him. It looks like Reeves was considering going, but he reacts quickly and dives back in safely. Baca checks on him again, and this time Reeves scurries back in there quickly. That one by Opine is fouled back. A balk is granted, and that's going to move Reeves into scoring position. After the foul ball, the count is 0-2 to Opine. I'm not sure if that was a balk. Whatever the violation was, the count is 0-1. That pitch never happened. Erase it from your memory, Men in Black style. And Opine now in a 1-1 count. Baca comes set. And that one's going to get away from Lang. Reeves advances down to third. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 men out, a man on third in Reeves. Opine looking to reach for the 4th time today, and add to the Spuds lead here late in the ball game. Baca comes set. The 2-1 is going to be chopped right to him. He fields it and flips it on over to his first baseman in Palazzi. Spuds close to extending the lead, but to no avail. Cade Queen marches back out to the mound with a 1-run lead as we head to the 8th inning. Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the top of the 8th inning, leading it off for the Oahe Zap is number 9, Connor Goldberg. The first pitch from Cade Queen is pumped in there for a strike. Here's the old 0-1 to Goldberg. It's going to be chopped high over the first base side bleachers and out of play. Queen. No runs. He struck out 2 men here on the verge of his third. Here's the 0-2. It's going to be ripped to Opine at short. He gloves. And it's going to be a wild throw as Goldberg is going to be on at second due to the error. And the Zap have life here in the 8th inning. The Spuds last night with a big 8th inning of their own to take the ball game and push it out of reach for the Zap. Stepping in is going to be the pinch hitter. Pinch hitting for Alex Jackson, Emiliano Montijo Curiel. The first pitch he sees is going to be low, and it's 1-0 to Curiel. Who in last night's ball game was 0 for 4 and struck out twice. Queen gets back into the strike column with that one. The count is now 1-1. Curiel showing bunt. He pulls back as that one was high. And the count is 2-1. To Curiel, the man out of Cerro Coso Community College from Las Vegas, Nevada. He shows bunt again. That one is going to catch the inner half as he pulled back. And the count's evened up at 2-2 with a man on second. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Zap down 1. Cade Queens 2-2 is going to miss high. And this count has run itself full. The 3-2 is going to be skipped in there. First 2 men have reached for the Zap here in the top of the 8th. Cole Ottersberg, the second baseman, is going to step in here. Ottersberg shows bunt. Pulls it back as it was high, and the count is 1-0 to him. Ottersberg, 1 for 3 here today. He's also gone down by way of the K. Here's the 1-0 from Queen. As he shows bunt again. This one is going to catch the outer half. The count's evened up at 1-1. Ottersberg looking to sacrifice himself for the betterment of the team. Let's see what he does here in the 1-1. He shows bunt again. That one's going to be behind him. Great stop by Stone Vasic to keep the runners put. But this count is now 2-1 to Cole Ottersberg. Coming to us from Simpson University from Peoria, Arizona. As he shows bunt again, this one's going to be skipped in the dirt. And the count is now 3-1. As Ottersberg gets the signs from Coach Habiger. 3-1 count. Man on first, man on second. He's showing bunt again. He pulls back and slaps one over by the party deck out in right. The fan who made the nice catch earlier couldn't come up with that one. He did knock it down, though. But this count to Cole Ottersberg is full. It's 3-2. That one from Cade Queen misses. And 3 straight hitters for the Oahe Zap have reached. Coach Will Iannacone out to make a change here. He's going to the bullpen. Cade Queen. 2 innings of work. No hits, no runs, no earned. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. We'll see if his teammate, Jake Martinez, can keep it that way. Bases loaded for the Zap and nowhere to put him. We'll take a quick break here as Martinez gets warm. Spuds still lead it 5-4 here late. Back here at Mike Lansing Field in the top of the 8th, the bases are loaded for the visiting Oahe Zap. The man under the pen for your Casper Spuds is number 23, Jake Martinez. The senior from Nelson University has had a great season here. He's 1-0. 9.1 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hit batsmen. He's got a 125 batting average against. He's going to need it here as Ty Farwell steps in for his first plate appearance. With nowhere to put him, Martinez fires in strike 1 to the tall lefty. Similar to Gavin Frazier, a big Oilers fan, also from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. The 0-1 from Martinez is going to catch the outer half. And it's quickly 0-2 to Ty Farwell. The corner infielder's in, hoping to prevent the run from scoring at third. Here's the 0-2 from Martinez. It's going to be fouled back by Farwell. He just gets a piece of it. And the count remains at 0-2. Martinez has been one of the bright spots out of the pen for the Spuds here in this season. Here's the 0-2. It's going to be fouled off again up into the first base side bleachers. Third base side bleachers, and out of play. Martinez Only throwing strikes here so far to start his appearance out of the pen. The man from Houston, Texas comes set. Here's the funky delivery. Farwell is going to chop that to Barker at second. His only play is to flip it on over to first. The Zap do tie up this ball game. And there's still two men in scoring position. Big out there for Martinez. But it's back to the top of the order in Gavin Frazier, who's 2 for 2 here today. He's walked and also been hit by a pitch. Here's the 0-0 to him. It's going to be a called strike on the outer half. Martinez gets the signs. He comes set. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss low and away. And the count's evened up at 1-1. The 1-1 from Martinez. It's going to be fouled straight back into the backstop. 1-2 now to Gavin Frazier. The senior at University of Pikeville, which is in Kentucky. With the infield in for the Spuds. The 1-2 from Martinez is going to be skied into the netting on the first base side as Frazier stays alive. Martinez attacking the strike zone here so far out of the pen. Would love a big K here. Here's the pitch. It's going to miss just inside and just low to even up the count again at 2-2 with two men on. Curiel at third. Ottersberg at second. The 2-2 from Martinez is going to be fouled off again by Frazier on a very defensive swing there. Two count as Frazier has fought off some tough pitches. Martinez, here's the delivery. He's going to get him to swing and miss. A huge strikeout for Jake Martinez. And stepping in is going to be the lefty, Nick Golden. Martinez looking to save the Spuds from the depths as he came into this one with the bases loaded and nobody out. The 0-0 to Golden is going to miss outside. 1-0. Martinez, accompanied to Casper by his amazing girlfriend Juliet and cute dog Bruce. Here's the 1-0. That one chopped to Brody Barker at second. He fires over to Billingsley at first, and he can't hold on to it. The Zap retake the lead as Hunter Billingsley is unable to hold on to the ball. And Golden, talking trash, is getting in the face of Billingsley. And now Martinez getting a bit fired up as Golden has been yapping all night. It started earlier in the ball game when Golden scored on the wild pitch from Coxon, and he had a little bit extra to say to the Spuds catcher, Stone Vasic. He's been doing it all night. The kid is hitless here tonight, so not too sure what he's yapping about. He would have been out if the Spuds could have held on. But the Zap retake the lead. It's 6-5. And he's still clapping it up over there at first. There's 2 down in the inning. Runners on the corners for the Zap. Mason Lang, or apologies, Vince Palazzi at the plate for the Zap. The first one to him misses outside. 1-0. Martinez with a quick pitch here. And that one misses just a bit outside, and it's now 2-0 to Palazzi, who's also hitless here today. He's struck out. He does have an RBI, I believe, on a sac fly. As the Oahe Zap steal home for the second time here in this ball game. And they take a 7-5 lead here in this one. Shades of last night's ball game where the Spuds had a big 8th inning of their own. The Zap have put up 3 here in the top of the 8th inning. That one from Martinez is going to skip in. And there's now runners on first and second with 2 down. As pitching coach Matt Jeffreyon comes out to the mound. Not sure if I've seen 2 stealings of home in one ball game before, but the Zap have done it here tonight. The Spuds lacking some attention to detail here tonight, and at the moment it's cost them, as the Zap have taken a 2-run lead. Stepping in is going to be Mason Lang, who pinch hit for Garen Gledhill and has been doing the catching since coming in for Gledhill. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game. Here's the 0-0. And Martinez gets back on track. 0-1 to Lang. Here's the pitch from Martinez, and it's going to be skied on the infield. McCarville has a read on it, and he's going to make the play. The Spuds relinquish the lead here in the 8th inning after the Zap have a big 3-run 8th. Spuds needing runs late in this ball game. We turn to the bottom of the 8th here at Mike Lansing Field. We'll be right back. We are back here at Mike Lansing Field. Spuds, again, looking for a late rally, a little bit of late inning magic. Hunter Billingsley, the first baseman, stepping in to lead off this 8th inning. The man on the mound for the Zap is going to be another lefty, TJ Eikenberry. The first one to Billingsley was fouled off over the third base side and out of play. Eikenberry is at Ellsworth Community College in Iowa. And he's going to pump in a strike on the outer half. It's quickly 0-2 to Hunter Billingsley. The 0-2. Apologies. I got my lefties confused there. That was River Smith who grounds out to the second baseman, Cole Ottersberg. Matt Marsick, the right fielder, is going to step in now. After Smith grounded out to second with a man down. Spuds needing base runners. Here's the 0-0. It's going to catch the outer half. 0-1. Eikenberry, a tall lefty. He tries to catch that outer half of the plate again, but he doesn't. And the count is 1-1. Nasty pitch there from Eikenberry. And he's got Matt Marsick in a 0-2 hole here. A 1-2 hole, excuse me. The 1-2 is going to be a little bit high. And Marsick fighting, trying to will the Spuds on base here. With a man down, the 2-2 from Eikenberry is going to be swung on and missed. Marsick goes down swinging. And 2 men up, 2 men down for the Spuds here in the bottom of the 8th. As the third baseman, Cale McCarville, steps in now. With 2 men down in the inning, he rips the first pitch he sees right up the middle. McCarville looking to spark a 2-out rally here for the Spuds. Sorry for jumping the gun earlier this inning. I just knew he was going to come up to the plate. It's going to be Hunter Billingsley looking to atone for the mistake at first. It was a bit of a low throw by Brody Barker, but had he held on, Spuds would have been out of the inning. Tie ball game, or apologies, 6-5. The first one to him from Eikenberry is going to be pumped in there, and it's 0-1. Lefty on lefty matchup here again. And that one looked a bit low. But Tom Day had it as a strike. 0-2 to Billingsley with a man on and 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning at Mike Lansing Field. He tried to go back to that glove side of the plate that he's been loving, but he missed. And Billingsley lives to see another pitch. Eikenberry comes set. The 1-2 is going to be ripped by the shortstop in Frazier. McCarville advances to second. Billingsley on first. And stepping in is going to be the second baseman, Brody Barker. Also looking to make up for the mistake with 2 down and 2 men on. Spuds looking for some 2-out magic here. The pitch from Eikenberry is going to be flared just over his head. It's going to be a tough play for Ottersburg, but he makes it on the run. Gets it over to his first baseman in time. And we head to the 9th inning. Zap getting rowdy here coming out of the dugout. Must say something about what we do here in Casper. We're heading to the 9th. Martinez back on the mound. We'll be back for the final frame.